I'm over it.
What?
I'm over it.
It?
Yes.
You're over it.
Yes, I am.
You're not making any sense right now. I don't understand.
Actually, it only has to make sense to me for me to do it, and I don't really feel like explaining it to anyone else.
Okay, rude.
But you clicked on this YouTube video, so I'm going to. But first, hello, my name is Hillary, and I think I am the most annoying person ever. And not in like a crab walking tourist kind of way, more in like a I'm so self aware and it's ruining my life kind of way. And I'm over it. So for those who don't know, I have been doing a 30-day sprint challenge on my YouTube video. I think my last video was day 15, day 14. It was essentially a challenge where I posted on YouTube every single day for 30 days, showing myself trying my very best, not giving into any excuses, doing the damn thing, putting my head down and committing to my goals. I got to day 15 and I'm not gonna lie, I really did like the challenge. I thought it was a good challenge for myself, exactly that word. I appreciated my commitment to it. I liked what I learned about myself. I also really liked that I honed in on my editing skills and the time it took me to edit a video decreased substantially. But guys, I got over it. I got over it. I finished recording the 30 days and I had every intention to edit and post it, but I got over it. And I don't know how to explain this very visceral feeling of just being like, nah. Other reasons obviously influenced my decision. For example, I was living every single day the exact same way. I was staying at home because I didn't want the temptations of stepping out of the house. I'm in the process of saving money. I just got a new job. Also, I was spending 4 hours a day editing my YouTube videos. So, that challenge didn't necessarily leave me with a lot of free time. I was losing sleep. It was starting to feel so boring to me. I genuinely stressed my body so much that I changed my period. My period was 5 days late and it had no business being that late. Look, I like to commit to things and I really do appreciate this level of loyalty I have within myself. However, I don't know when to let go of things. It's kind of like I was holding a tight rope and I was holding something over the edge and I just couldn't let go, even though it was scraping up my hands. It was ruining my beautifully manicured nails. Don't zoom in. It was hurting me. It was hurting me a lot more. And literally one day, like end of day 30, I was just like, I'm over it. I don't want to hold on to this rope anymore. I've gained everything I needed to gain. I have learned some things about myself. It was very introspective and I appreciate the fact that I did commit to this challenge. However, it was no longer serving me and I needed to let go of it. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm in a place in my life where I need to let go. I desperately need to let go of a lot of things. Of the idea of the person I could have been, of the potential that I see in others, of these old narratives I've said about myself. I also need to let go of a pair of shorts that I'm truly never gonna fit into because the truth is, y'all, I have no business showing my cheeks off like that. Letting go isn't a single decision. It is a skill you build. And truth be told, most people try to force it, but that genuinely backfires. A better approach could be to understand why you're holding on so tightly and then slowly let go. For example, with the 30-day sprint, I really feel like I gained everything I needed to from that experience, and I'm very appreciative of myself for giving myself the opportunity to try my best for 30 days and to document it. I wanted to prove to myself that I could post consistently on YouTube and the world wasn't going to burn because Katie from high school saw the video. After day 30, I was just truly done. I hit a wall. And up until that wall, I had every intention to push past because I was already starting to feel some icky feelings and some resistance, but I had every intention to just push past it, even though I didn't feel like it was doing anything for me anymore. I'm such an indecisive person, so whenever I just make a decision, I stick with it. I run with it because I never know when that's going to happen again. It only needs to make sense to me for me to do it, and I don't really feel like explaining it. I am right now because I'm recording a YouTube video, but you guys get it. I didn't necessarily need to come on YouTube and announce that I'm not doing the 30-day sprint, okay? I don't necessarily have the viewership where people are waiting on their hands and knees waiting for day 16. No one is going to notice. But I would have noticed. The notion of giving up, of stopping something, of grieving something, it doesn't really have a positive association to it. Nobody likes to grieve. And I'm not just talking about a person or a relationship. I mean the quieter grievances too. The life you could have lived, the person you could have been, the version of yourself that just felt easier to be. A habit that wasn't necessarily healthy, but you know, it helped you cope through a moment that nothing else could have helped with. It's never just about grieving what is gone. Sometimes it's about grieving what could have been. And the reason why I think that's so uncomfortable is because there's no endpoint to grieving. There's no simple fix. There's no nice way to rewrite it into something neat. For me, part of my resistance to grieving is feeling like I'm losing twice. First, you lose the thing itself, and then you lose your attachment to it. Letting go of an old dream, for example, it's not just about changing direction, it's also about admitting that there is a version of your future that's no longer available. And that can feel like a failure, even when it isn't. It can feel like a betrayal of who you were trying to be, of who you once were, of who you could have been. For me, what really, really sucks about grieving or giving up something is that it's proof that you tried. Oh, it's a proof that you were once invested, or that you once cared about something, or that you imagined more for yourself. I want you and myself to remember that it is not a weakness. It is a sign that you tried. It is a sign that you are fully engaged. Oh, and that's embarrassing. Oh, that's vulnerable. It's icky. It's proof. And I don't like that. I personally don't want there to be any proof that I failed, guys, because I'm fucking perfect. Are you mad? Look, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm also talking to myself, and I want you and I to look at the bigger picture. Since I stopped posting my 30-day sprint, do you know who died? I mean, a lot of people died, but do you know who died as a result of my videos being stopped? Not a single person. Life will continue to go on the way it always has, and the way it will always continue to do. Being over something doesn't mean that it never mattered. And I know some people try to wait for like an emotional neutrality before they can move on, as if they never cared about it this entire time and they shouldn't care about it moving forward. But unfortunately, that's not how this works. You can still feel something and also decide to not give it as much space and attention in your life. You're not erasing the past. You're just changing your relationship to it. And it's become a part of your story instead of the whole thing. By the way, y'all, by me saying this, that doesn't mean that I have absolute clarity of what comes next for me. Because truth be told, I liked the guidance that the 30-day sprint offered. I liked knowing what I was filming tomorrow because it was a vlog. It was a vlog of me trying my best. It provided guidance. It allowed me to construct my day around certain things. It allowed me to record some things and ignore the other parts. You know, I've always wanted to do like a little sit-down YouTube video where I just chatted my little mouth off. I've wanted to do it for years, but I've also wanted a vlog, and I could just do both. You know, like I could just do both. I can just do both. Who gives two rats' asses? I don't have all the answers of what I'm going to do with my YouTube moving forward, but I like this, and I'm choosing to move forward with not much of a perfect understanding of what is in front of me. And I think the best part about moving forward without much of an understanding or making a decision imperfectly is that all of my energy returns back to me. The space in my head that was reserved for overthinking has freed up. I put quotation marks because has it really ever freed up? But it's freed up, and I've started noticing other things again. I've started noticing conversations I want to have and topics I want to cover. And I have this insecurity in my head that I don't think I'm like smart enough to hold a conversation or speak or say anything of like substance. But I love exposure therapy. I love putting myself in uncomfortable positions. And so here we are. I have said a lot of words, and I would like this video to end soon. So to wrap it all up, y'all, in the wise words of a great man, YOLO. I just wanted to say thank you very much for clicking on this video and giving me a watch. This is hopefully the first out of many chitty chatty videos. My name is Hillary. I appreciate y'all so much. Keep fucking going against all odds. And again, I'm talking to myself. This isn't a father. Thank you very much for watching, and guys, check out my 30-day sprint. Look, I know I stopped abruptly halfway, but I still think there's some like juicy things you get to see. So check it out, check me out, check out all of my socials, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.